Fred Cook was a student in engineering, science, and mechanics in 2007 and was in I've never known how to say this one quite right, Librescu solid mechanics class during the shooting. Fred suffered a fractured ankle when he, along with many students in his class, jumped from a second-story window to escape. Dr. Librescu was killed, and many students from his class were killed or injured. Fred subsequently completed his BS and MS at VT and currently lives in Boulder, Colorado. Welcome, Fred.
Thanks, Shannon. So the story that I'll tell is not going to be about my experience there, but I'll talk about the 10 years since then. And it starts, the day, the minutes and the days after the shooting at Virginia Tech. And, prior to that, I was a student. I had many things that I could identify with, or I would say were my identity at that time. And on April 16th, all of that was just wiped away. And, everything that I thought was meaningful and was important in my life was kind of came into question as, because of this profound event that all of us have experienced here. And I was reeling from that, and for the couple weeks after that, I felt like I was just floating, and the anger that I had, that was whatever goals or ambitions I had with my life, my meaning and my identity, were not there anymore. And I finally found something a couple weeks after the shooting. Someone had gotten 100 bibs to the Marine Corps Marathon, which was the following fall in Washington, D.C., and I was able to secure one of those, and we raised a significant amount of money for a scholarship fund. And so as I was recovering from my injury, and throughout that summer I was training for this marathon, and spoke to some groups and raised a bunch of money for this marathon, and that became the thing that it became my identity, and it became the thing that I derived meaning from for those next few months between then and the fall, and got me through that summer and got me back here starting classes again, and that was me for that period. And the day after that marathon, I remember coming back here, and again I felt a little bit adrift. I felt like this thing that I had that was my identity since April 16th was gone again. And I needed something else. I needed to find something else to just anchor myself and the meaning in my life to. And triathlon is what I found for that. And so for the next couple years, while I was finishing up undergrad here and was going through graduate school here, I did a number of triathlons, did several Ironman triathlons, and really poured my life into that. And it became, again, this anchor that kind of kept me here and was my identity while I was, moving along kind of all these other things in my life. And when I finished my master's here, and I had done a lot in triathlon and felt like I needed to move on, I still needed something like that was external that I can anchor myself to, and entrepreneurship is what I found. And so for the 6 years or so since then, I have poured myself into that. I've started a couple of companies and really put everything in my life into those things and those projects that I've been working on. And about 6 months ago, the most recent company I was working on, the partners and I decided that we were going to shut down and sell to one of our competitors and kind of go our separate ways. And I've been working on that and close that out. And I didn't realize it immediately as I was kind of tied up in those things, but it gradually kind of came to me that I did not have, for the first time in my adult life, which I define really by since the shooting, I did not have something external that I was tying myself to. I didn't have some external source of meaning or identity anymore. And it was really phenomenal. And I don't want to say that I was able to let go, because I still feel a profound sense of responsibility in that for some reason I survived the shooting, and there were 33 people that were killed that day that are not here with us, and I feel that that's not something that I should let go, or that letting go of that search for meaning is not something that I should ever do. But for the first time in my life, I have found that meaning and really found happiness within myself, without needing an external anchor to channel that into. And that has made all the difference.